Hola, soy Ana Carla. ¿Y tú? Hi. Well, today I'm going to be painting on paint, you know, paint on the computer. In case you're not watching, that's what I'm doing today. While I talk, I'll just be here trying to draw. No promises, no high expectations, just a relaxing drawing session. Right? Well, how are you? How are you doing? Today, what day is today? Thursday? Thursday. Today is Thursday 18. Wow. February is just going by way too fast. Way too fast. Well, what have you done with your year? Anything fun? It's I don't even know. It's really way too fast. I feel like I'm just wasting my time. Uh, on Monday, I start my lessons again. Yay! I honestly was expecting at least 1 month off from classes, but it was only 3 weeks. But I guess 3 weeks is better than nothing. I was in just we needed it. We needed a break. And then we're back and we'll see how it goes. I finished the painting finally. It's what is it called? Sunflowers. Sunflowers. I just signed it. Now it's drying. I'll take a photo later. But for now, I wanted to talk about. I was thinking the pandemic. Just a constant on everyone, but on everybody's mind. And I was thinking, where do you think you would be, or what would you be doing if this never happened? Do you think you will be doing anything different? Because I feel like I don't know. What were you doing when this all started? Were you doing anything fun? Were you in the middle of a project? Maybe in the middle of school? I wasn't doing anything. Well, the only thing that I was doing back then, almost 1 year ago, in March, is when everything just exploded. At least in Mexico, I was getting ready to apply to schools and all that. So that's the only major thing that I was doing really. A few days ago, I was thinking about, okay, if that never happened, if we never went through any of this, how would my year have been different? Is there anything else that I would have done or that I wouldn't have done? So that got me thinking. And also, well, back then I was, other than applying to schools, I was also thinking about getting a job or something in the meantime while I was waiting for replies and to see if I did make it or not. Just some extra money. And then, well, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. I kept thinking about maybe I should just, get a job or something. But I mean, going outside and doing all the interviews and meeting with people, it was just another risk to get sick or something. And we were all being careful at my house. So going into interviews and all of this, it just seemed a little unnecessary. I didn't want to expose even more, so I didn't do it. I just stayed home. I think that would have been something that something different that I would have done. I guess getting a job, then the waiting. That was March, so I would have only. Okay, I'm going to create my 2020 without the pandemic, all right? I think that this is what I would have done if that never happened. So I would have applied, okay, just like I did. And then I would have started looking for jobs, interviews. Eventually, someone would have said yes, right? So I started working for a few months, and then out of nowhere, I quit because obviously on an interview, you're not going to say, yeah, in about 3 months, I plan to leave anyway. So then I would have quit just out of the blue, and then started all of the visa process and all of that, because you have to travel to Mexico City. So I mean, maybe if my job would have allowed me would allow me, whatever, to maybe not work or something for a few days, I would consider not quitting my imaginary job so I can get my visa and all of that. So let's say they were cool with it. They're like, yeah, go, no problem. A couple of days, get your things done. All right, so I go there. I get my things done. I go to my interview, everything is fine. And what happens next? And then I have to wait. Yeah, for yes or no. That takes like a month, let's say. Well, maybe yeah, a month. Then I get the email that says, yes, you can go. I'm like, yes, now I can quit. So I quit my job after a few months, okay? And what happens next? Now it's they getting the real plane ticket, and then packing and getting last minute stuff. We do that. And what happens next? Well, I get to get let's do it again. I get to Austria before my classes start. Let's say about 2 weeks before, right? So at the beginning of September, I get here. I have a few days to go around the city to know where everything is. What else can I do? Enjoy the weather before everything has snow. Before the snow is just eating everything. I get to see places, working normally. And then the lessons start, and some people still are like, but I'm home. So even though there's no reason why to, there's still the option to study online. So some people don't miss out. That's there. And because that happens as the weeks go by, I'm like, why don't I just take advantage of that as well? And I save up a little money, and I decided to go somewhere and continue taking my lessons online because we can, right? So in this imaginary world, I get to go somewhere. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do you want to go? Let's say Belgium. Yeah, let's go to Belgium. So we're in Belgium. We're knowing the city. We're just walking places. And then I'm like, oh no, my lesson. And then class starts. Okay. Oh my, what are we doing? We're in the middle of nowhere. Luckily, my phone has Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi? Internet. Internet. So I get on the call to start the class, and I'm like, oh no, I'm here. I'm sorry, the internet is really bad. Trying to cover up the background so no one knows where I am. Oh, you can actually can. So I changed the background. Okay, so I changed the background, right? I don't know why I have to do all of this, but sure, we changed the background and take class normally, survive one more day. After a few minutes, I get to the place where wait, no, let's go back. So class starts, And I'm like, no! So I'm covering the background and I'm walking back to the place where I'm staying at. I plug in my computer and we start class, right? Normal. Just as planned. That's what we do. Once class is finally over, we get to go outside again, right? And the trip just goes like that, just continues like that. And then we go back to Austria, we go back to the classroom, and everything is fine. Everyone's friends with everyone. Woohoo, friends with everyone. Everyone likes everybody. No one knows what COVID is. Did you plan your 2020 as well? I'm trying to draw here, but I don't know what to do, in case you couldn't tell. I ended up painting everything black. I think, yeah, I honestly think that I would have done something like that. I would have, at least for Christmas or something, for New Year's, I think I would have taken the opportunity to go somewhere, either just with the train or what else? Airplane, I don't know. But I think that that's something doable. Something that I see myself doing. Just going somewhere. But I don't know how the lessons would have been, like the exams and all of that. Honestly, I'm kind of glad that at least this semester was online. I'm starting to like not having to go outside and worry about I'm late or it's dark and going back home or whatever. I don't know what I was getting to with that little story. Yeah, just I was wondering how different it would be. Like, for example, I know that I wouldn't be doing this podcast thing. That I know. I know I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here. Nah, I enjoy it. I guess that's something good that came out of all of this. Not worth it, because of everything else that happened, but what can you do? What else? I don't know. I think I will be outside more. Yeah. I was thinking about that. I would definitely not be doing this. I don't know where I heard about this. I use an app. It's called Anchor. Anchor. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. And I think I heard either someone talking about it on a video or maybe another podcast. And I thought, interesting. I don't know, because you think about, how did they record it? How did they upload it and all of that? And it's not that difficult, really. You don't need much. You can literally just talk to your phone the way you do when you are on a phone call. So if you want to start, you literally just need to start. You don't need much. As you can see, I'm here painting on Paint. I'm really busy these days. Yeah, and what else do you do? Well, or maybe the microphone on your earphones. That works too. What else? If you want to film them, you need a camera or something, or your webcam, like I'm using right now. Yeah, it's not complicated. I think that it seems complicated because when you watch a video of someone else doing this, they have some people even have a studio. That seems a bit too much to me. But you see the microphone, the lights, they have a space especially for that. Maybe they have guests and a plan and all this. Like, you don't need any of that. You literally don't need any of that. Who am I to give you tips about what to do with a podcast? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, I wouldn't be doing this. That I know. But here we are. And I like it. I like it. I think it's really easy to focus on the bad things that came out of all of this. But I think, I don't know. I mean, is it bad, or is it the way it should be if you feel good about something that happened because of all of this? Is that selfish? I don't know. But I think it also showed that you. I feel like I've talked about this way too much, but showed you how people are or think or do things. Or maybe you didn't know something about someone, and then that person does something, and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be friends with you because of the kind of person you really are under these circumstances. Imagine you're your best friend. All right, you're good friends. You've known each other for a few years, and then one of these videos that that went viral. I don't know if you ever heard about it or saw one of these, but for example, I saw some of people who would go to a pizza place to buy a pizza, but they would refuse to wear the mask. So people will film them and they're like, I just want a pizza. And they're like, yes, but if you don't wear a mask, we cannot sell you anything. You cannot come in and blah, blah, blah. She's like, but that's my right and I don't want to wear it. So what you gonna do? Give me my pizza and blah, blah, blah. And they get so mad. What if one of those people were your friends? What would you do? What would you honestly do if you turn on the news and they're talking about this viral video of someone refusing to do something that everybody else is doing? Not like any of us want to, but we have to, and we understand. But this person happens to be your friend. What would you do? Would you say something to this person? Would you say something to this person? Would you still be friends? Would you ignore them until you forget about what happened? Oh no, I always, whenever I saw any of those, I just wonder what are their family thinking or their friends, or maybe they're not surprised at all. Maybe they already knew what kind of person this person was. Is that better or worse? Oh no. But yeah, I'm interested. I don't know. Like, have you thought about it? What would you be doing? Is there anything that would be different in your life? Because I kind of don't know what I will be doing. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess a lot of things will be different. Yeah. But, well, moving on to another topic. It was Valentine's Day this past Sunday. Something weird happened. It got really, really, really cold in some places, like in the south of the United States and the north of Mexico. And there, that's where I'm from. So it snowed apparently a little bit, not too much, but enough to just create chaos in the city. Everything was wrong. Everything you thought of that could go wrong just overpassed your expectations. No light, no electricity, no water. Obviously, no internet as well. People couldn't work because there's no electricity. I don't know how the streets were. Maybe there was a little bit of ice and slippery. I don't know how many people crashed or not or anything like that. But well, it was really cold. I think it got to -5 or something like that, which isn't crazy cold, but it is if you are from there. I know, like for example, here it gets to -15, and people are like, "Yeah, that's normal. We're cool. You have light, you have light, you have electricity, you have water. Everything is fine because they know how to deal with it." But if something like this happens out of nowhere in a place where they don't they don't know what to do, it is chaos, and it got pretty bad. And it just I don't know. I don't know. It's first of all, global warming. If where I'm from, if in that city it gets that cold, it isn't a good sign. It it definitely isn't. Like in Texas, it snowed in Texas. What? I heard that it was like 5 or 6 inches of snow. Are what? How? And obviously doesn't have the kind of machines that you need to clean the streets and to make it safe to drive. You know, all of these salt and pebble that you throw on the sidewalk and whatever. They don't have any of that. I don't know if they had any problems with electricity and water. I saw some photos of what is it called? You know, when water starts to freeze, for example, at the corner of a roof, and it becomes just a little. What is it called? Let me look up the name. It freezes and it looks like something that could literally kill you, because that's how sharp it is. I know the word in Spanish, estalactitas, I think. Wait. I want to know the word. Oh my god, why is it so complicated to find a photo? Okay, I'll show it on the camera. Yeah, you see those ice things? What are they called? Yeah, stalactitas, but what's the word in English? Don't you just love it when you don't know something? No puede ser. It's so this is the word, alright?
Stalactites.
Stalactites. Are you kidding me? Whatever, this pointy frozen water that if it falls on top of your head, it can kill you. So these things were inside the houses, at least inside of the house of the photo I saw. They had a fan on the roof, on the ceiling, and I don't know why so much water was dripping off their fan, but all of that froze and the entire fan was covered in stalactites or whatever. Inside the house. And I saw another one. No, they had a fish tank, a huge one, the kind that you plug into the wall because you need bubbles or light or whatever. It froze inside the house with fish inside. So it wasn't only just cold for everyone, the poor fish literally froze to death. What? Inside the houses, and that's how bad it got. Sure, a little bit of cold, it's nice, and it's like, oh, a little bit of that frozen water or whatever. Yeah, but when it gets to that point, it's just no, it's a disaster. You don't want that. And obviously people didn't know what to do. It's like, well, we just have to wait. So, and people died. I don't know what exactly happened. Oh my god, sorry. In Mexico, but at least in Texas or the USA, I'm not sure. I heard that around 12 people died because of the cold. I guess the worst story that I heard was about a family who were so cold because they didn't have electricity to turn the heating on that they decided to turn on their car, sleep inside the car, and 2 of them died. Because they were so cold, they didn't know what else to do. So they're like, well, let's get inside the car. And 2 of them died. 2 out of 4, I think. I mean, if here it got that hot, as hot as it gets there, I don't know how hot it gets here. But I've been thinking about here, what can I do here to not just melt? Because there is no fans, there is no AC, there is nothing to make it, not as hot. There's a lot of heating. Yeah, we have that. One room of the house is dedicated to machines to heat up the house. Understandable. I'm thankful for that. But once it gets hot, and again, I don't know how hot it gets, what do they do? What do they do? Because in Mexico, sure, we're ready. We have the AC, we have the fans, we have, all of these ventilation things. Still difficult. It is still difficult. It is way too hard still, but it is expected. Doesn't mean it's good or that, but it's gonna happen for sure. But here, I don't know what people do. I mean, the freezer doesn't even make ice in case you want a cold drink. I guess you have to get those little ice cube trays or whatever. Hmm. So, hmm. But yeah, global warming is just breathing down our neck, being like, I'm still here. I know you're worrying about the pandemic and all of that, but you're still contaminating. Don't forget about it. Don't forget about that. Yeah. Have you noticed how we went backwards basically with all of this? I guess that at least I felt like a lot of people were not using as much plastic or were being more conscious about it. But because of this, they're like, we need plastic to protect everything. We need more plastic and more gloves and more of this and more, even if you buy sanitizer, it comes in plastic bottles. So everyone was buying that. So a lot of plastic around. And then if you order food, they have the containers and the bags, and they have to use, I guess, gloves or whatever. I don't really know. Have you seen these face masks that it is literally for your entire face, but it's clear? Well, that's plastic. In case you didn't know, that's plastic. So in a way, I feel like we went backwards because of all of this. I mean, how many face masks haven't you seen on the street just waiting to clog the drains, the city, so it floods when it rains? So we're just forgetting about those things because we're too worried about this other thing. But it's like, dude, you cannot change, you cannot trade. That's not how it goes. You're not allowed to. Sure, this is bad, but you still have to worry about this other thing. So I guess things like this are just a reminder that we are not off the hook. We still need to worry about the weather and watch out how much you contaminate. Have you ever separated the trash like normal in plastic and paper? That's what we do here. I don't know if there's a different way to do it or whatever, but we have a trash can where we put everything like food, and yeah, we have another one where we put the paper, and we have another one for plastics and metal, aluminum or whatever. And they get every day you throw something to the paper bin, and every day you throw something to the plastics, and you don't even think about it. I think that if you don't separate them, you don't actually realize how much you use of each. You're just like, plastic, I don't even use that much. Paper, I don't even use that much. Maybe you only think about it when you grab a napkin or something, but I mean, there's more to it. And thanks to this, I I realize how much we use. And at least they recycle it. That's good. But still, one thing that I don't understand, like cucumber, yeah, that's that. For some reason, every single piece comes in covered in plastic. I don't understand why. You're going to peel it anyway. What? There's definitely, literally no need for that plastic, but they use it there. And a lot of stores like to sell, for example, 2 kilograms of apples or oranges or whatever. And instead of you grabbing the 2 kilograms in a reusable bag or whatever, they already come in a plastic bag. Sure, you're recycling the plastic and whatever, but why are you using it? Just don't use it. I mean, what's the need? You know, it is all everything connected in a way, I think. And I don't know, we started talking about what life would be like. What would you be doing without having to go on lockdown and all of this? We ended up talking about the about trash again. It's a full circle. Just yeah. This podcast is about trash. Or it could be about recycling. It doesn't have to be about trash. It can be about recycling.
Yeah.
And what else can I tell you? The class is just, right around the corner. About to start again. Whew. Let's see how that goes. Again, I could use another week of of waiting, but yeah. Oh, something that I forgot to mention, or I guess. So when this was like 2 weeks ago, maybe, when the Super Bowl happened. So I woke up late and I started watching it almost at halftime, right? Around before the show started. I think I started watching like the second quarter, and there were maybe like 4 minutes left or something like that. Anyway, when I started watching it, I thought, okay, how like they're just playing, right? I that's all I missed. And a few days later, I hear about this guy who somehow got inside the field and ran around. I've never seen that in a football game. Maybe in concerts, you see the video of a fan jumped on stage and whatever. But in a football game, I've never seen that. Of course, the one day, the one Super Bowl that I don't watch from the beginning. That's the one where a guy decides to just start running around the field. And apparently there's a backstory. Sorry, again, there's a backstory to this. It was a bet. He bet money. I think he bet like $50,000. And he became. I don't know how much money he made out of this. Way too much. But that's why he ran inside, because he like, someone has to get in the field. I guess it might as well be me. So he made a lot of money out of running there. I think he would get a fine or something. But dude, with all of the money he made, that fine is going to be like whatever. Ugh, but of course I missed it. I haven't looked up a video or something. I guess I'll do that later. But I was so mad because I literally thought, what is there? Should I look up a video or something of the first half? Is it even worth it? A recap? I don't know. No, nothing happened. It's just I can see the scores. Like everything's fine. Surprise! A guy got inside the field, and also dangerous. How did he do it? I mean, there wasn't even that many people. Somehow, security was like, meh. Let him run for a few seconds. But again, I haven't watched it, so I don't really know. Here I am drawing two little birds. I'm missing a little worm because this mother bird is feeding her little bird a worm. And the little bird's like, I want it. Give me the worm. I'm hungry. Give me the worm. And the mom's like, patience. Patience, my child. How is your day going? Oof. Okay, drawing on paint, it's not easy. Did you ever just open this when you were a kid? Start drawing random stuff? Because I don't even know what to do. But it's cool. I saw someone on Instagram. I think it was an old lady, I don't know, who made just such amazing things on paint. He painted she painted landscapes and stuff like that on paint. It's like, what? With a mouse. It wasn't even like a touch screen or something. I think she used a mouse. It's like, what? I can't wait until I'm that old and have that much free time to just paint a landscape on my computer using paint. I mean, here I am, but this isn't great at all. No. What is this? Is this fire? Are these lights? Are these other chicks? Just chicks now. A chick is like a chicken, right? This is not a chicken. This is a little bird. I take that back. Whew. And well, what else? What else has happened? I'm about to start painting this one again. I finished the little painting that I was making. I started this. Whoops, that fell. On a podcast, actually. I think it was number 6, maybe. I think that was the first one that I recorded with video. And ever since, I never painted it again. But today, that's what I'm gonna do. What time is it? 3:15. So maybe for a couple of hours while I still have sunlight, I'll do that. Because painting in the dark is not fun unless you have a good light bulb or something. But yeah, painting in the dark, it's not fun. And I think I'll go do that now. You want to take a little look at my painting here on Paint? You can check out the video in case you're only listening. So I guess I'll leave you with that. Have you thought about what would you be doing or not doing? Because maybe a lot of people started, I guess, either because they had to or because the opportunity was there. But I guess a lot of people started a new business out of all of this and found out that they don't actually have to go outside and spend money on rent or commuting. They can just stay home, work online. I think it was an opportunity for a lot of people to realize that they can do the same things more efficiently, or that there are different things to do, different ways to do things. And the results are the same, if not even better, like staying home. Like, maybe, I don't know. I was thinking, what if you feel sick and you don't want to go to work because you might get, it might be contagious or whatever. You can just stay home and work a little bit from home and you still work. It doesn't count like you didn't come one day, but it's home office. I don't know. I think that's a really good, thing to know that it is doable. It's not a crazy idea. Hopefully soon, with all of the vaccines that are happening, we can just be more social again, I guess. Also, I saw that my country, Mexico, is just, taking their time, slowly but surely, I guess, or whatever. They're really, really taking their time with the vaccines. Really taking their time. In a country with 130 million people, they are taking their time and vaccinating around 2,000 people per day. Woo! Better than 0, but still, dude, might as well be 0 because we're never gonna, at this rate, we're never gonna see the light of the day together again. I think it is around 2,000 people. Don't take my word for that. But I saw it that in comparison with the USA, who is vaccinating more than 1 million people per day, around 1.6 million people per day, it's just embarrassing that Mexico is doing 2,000. And I don't even know if that was a vaccination period that they had, or if that is just every day, or if that is an average. I don't know, because maybe they only vaccinated for 1 week and they stopped. And that's the average per month or whatever. who knows? I don't know what they're waiting for, honestly. It's the money, it's this, it's that. Like, dude, no one believes those excuses anymore, honestly. Honestly. Because if you really don't have money for that, then what do we have money for? Like, what are you doing, man? I never understood when they said like we don't have money. Like, okay, you don't have money to do something that you wanted to do, but when it comes to something that you have to do, because or else people will literally die. And if people die, then less people pay taxes, and if less people pay taxes because they die, then you are then you really are going to see what not having money is like, because there's people who you're not going to have people who pay taxes, and it's silly. That's, I don't know, it's just, yeah, sure, they are lives, there are people who have lives and families and all of that, of course, but smiles and hugs don't pay the bills. It's money. So just do what you're supposed to do. 2,000 people a day. Aren't you proud to be Mexican? Yeah. Amazing food, but common sense. Oof. Maybe next time. Okay, just last, finishing touches to this amazing piece that I'm making here on paint. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Whoop. Ooh, and a little bit here and here. Mm-hmm. And done. I'm done. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I cannot hear you. But okay, I'm gonna go now. Let me know what will be different for you. Maybe you would be in school. Maybe you would have a new job. Maybe you would have started your own business. Maybe you did start your own business because of all of this. Maybe you started school because of all of this. Maybe you thought, I might as well do it online or whatever, and you started. Who knows? Yeah. So I guess the important thing is that we are still here. And yay. Yeah. What's one thing that would definitely be different? I can't think of anything. I guess, yeah, no podcast. We wouldn't be here. Or maybe we would. We will never know. But again, let's be thankful that we are here together. And it's time to go. I should start painting this little thing just so I'm done with it. We'll go take the photo of the other purple sunflowers. If you want to see it, you can check my Instagram. Or just picture some sunflowers in your mind. All right, but I'm gonna go. And you know what to say. Say it with me. All right. 3, 2, 1. Tattoo. Wash your hands. Bye.